For workbooks that have fairly regular tables in place, Monarch Data Prep Studio's Excel worksheet design has convenience features that automatically create detailed traps, columns, and tables for us. This video takes a closer look at the auto-define table and add columns features, as well as define headers, which we'll see later. Auto-define table and add columns are available when a row is selected or when multiple cells are selected. These may be found as buttons or in the right-click menu. Let's try Auto-Define Table. Data Prep Studio automatically created these traps for us, which in turn captured the data from our detail columns. We can refine the traps at this point by maybe excluding rows or going right into a trap and editing the properties from there. But in our case, these are the data values we want and the columns that we want, so we can put in our headers next. You can either go into each column and type in what you want, or use Define Headers. Select the row or rows where the column headers are and click on Define Headers. In our case, Data Prep Studio easily assembled the headers even if these occupy multiple rows. The time, reading, type, and location for the AM and PM chlorine tests are properly labeled. Now let's clear this out, and this time let's select a few cells instead of the entire row and choose Auto-Define Table again. A table was created out of only these 3 columns. We can still use Define Headers as well to put in our column headers. Note that a warning appears if you select something else, say this row, and then click Auto-Define Table. Choose Yes if you're okay with clearing all templates and columns and defining a new table. Let's try Add Columns on this next worksheet. Select a row, and then add columns. Data Prep Studio also created a trap for us and captured all the columns in the row we selected. Define Headers will also easily fill in our column headers based on the row we chose. Let's clear our trap and this time select a few cells instead of an entire row and click on Add Columns. This results in just the 3 columns in our grid. We can even choose to add a few more columns, even non-consecutive ones. And of course, Define Headers will still set the correct header for each column in our grid. Add Columns will also work for cells occupying the same column in a multi-line selection rather than cells in different columns as we just saw. To illustrate, have a look at this worksheet where each record occupies 3 rows like so. Let's set a trap on the patient and create a column as well. Now notice that each patient has up to 2 symptoms. Let's capture these as 2 separate columns. You could select each symptom and then click Add Column twice. However, an easier way would be to simply select the first symptom, drag down to include the second symptom, and click Add Columns. Data Prep Studio creates 2 separate columns for each of the symptoms.